All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And if you remember in the last set of videos, what I did was I started with HTML boilerplate and downloaded it and basically had a file that had virtually nothing in it. And from there, I went out and I built, what did I build? I kind of built this, which was a site for the St. Louis Blues, a mythical site that I created that's called the St. Louis Blues Line. And we had a homepage that I embedded a couple videos in it. We put a subscribe to our newsletter in here, which didn't really go anywhere. A little tagline in here. There's the blue line. And we had some stuff in here where we had also an about page, which just had some text in it, and a contact page, which had a contact page, which had a form in it. From there, I went out and I took that contact page and redid it so that, and I don't know what's going on here, but I did some validation in with it, and the validation that I did validation using JavaScript. All right. From there, I went on and did some more validation, but I showed how to do some validation using jQuery. So we had the same site that was built in 3 different ways. In the first way, the first iteration, all of this stuff that was done here was done using HTML5. Then I went back and redid it so that we had the validation done, but the validation was done using JavaScript. Finally, I went back and validated it one more time, and I validated it using jQuery. All right, well, I'm going to leave this for now. And before I get to what I'm about to show you, which is this in just a second, mention a couple things to you. Those being the following. What we're going to talk about now is I took the site and, for lack of better words, bootstrapped it. All right? And then before I bootstrapped it, I said, okay, I went in and did a bunch of videos on the quackit.com Bootstrap 4 tutorial, a long series of videos on those, 5 or 6 or whatever it was videos. From there, I went on and did the examples that they showed in the quackit.com, but I thought, you know, it would probably be better to show an entire site. So, as I often do when I go out to start something new, I'm like, I don't want to start by reinventing the wheel. So I went out and I looked online on YouTube for some stuff on Bootstrap 4. And one of the first things that I found was this Bootstrap 4 beginner course by Traversy Media. And let me just say, with Traversy Media, what I end up doing a lot is I go out and I use this guy's site. His name is Brad Traversy. He's a gentleman out from Boston. And if you look what's new in Bootstrap 4, he's got literally probably hundreds of videos out there that he puts out there. Many of them are for free. All right, on a variety of different topics. Notice there's a jQuery crash course, and there's a lot of other stuff that's out here as well. Well, what I did was I went through his 1 hour and 13-minute long Bootstrap beginner crash course. Now, to be fair, this is a Bootstrap crash course in Bootstrap 3, which has changed in Bootstrap 4. But to get you in the mood, so to speak, and get you to understanding what's in here, I thought this did a very nice job. What he ends up building in here, and I was going to show you this.
Now we're going to look at alert from here, this form to the end right here.
Oh, where are we? I want to show you that page right there, and I'm hoping that I can grab it. There we go. He's got a site that he creates that he calls it a cheat sheet, and he goes through the major elements that are in Bootstrap. So if you think that would be worth your while, Okay, I've got that. So again, this is a Bootstrap 3 crash course by Traversy Media. And there it is. You make it, make it a little bit bigger so that if you have an interest, you can take a look at it. That should be plenty big. All right, so I went there first. Then I said, okay, well, as we start to transition over from Bootstrap 3 to Bootstrap 4, he also has this presentation that I believe is about, and you can see May 17th, so it's very, very new.
Why not do it yourself?
Let me get rid of
Go
this.
to Wix.com to create your stunning website today.
It's 12 minutes long. All right, so it's a what's new in Bootstrap 4. Again, by Traversy Media. You don't have to look at any of these. But it'll get you started if you indeed are interested. Now, there are a boatload of videos out there already on Bootstrap 3. A lot less out there on Bootstrap 4 because, again, it's still in alpha mode, which means it's in a testing mode. Now, not using Traversy, but there's also a thing out here that is actually from Bootstrap itself, and it's a guide on migrating from Bootstrap 3 to Bootstrap 4. So we'll call this Bootstrap 4 Migration Guide. Whoops, and there that is. Come on. Okay. And there that is. So those are 3 YouTube presentations, albeit a long one with this one, an hour and 15 minutes, 12 minutes, and this is just text. But as you can see, what they have in here is they talk about the changes that have been made between Bootstrap 3 and Bootstrap 4. And if you go and print it out, it literally is 13 pages long. Okay? So, let's just leave it right there. Now, what I'm planning on creating for you, and I've created it already, I'm going to do more of just talking to you about it, is I went back and I made some changes and kind of rewrote this blues line thing, but rewrote it as more bootstrappy. So this looks similar, but there's differences, as you can tell, on the home page. But this is the home page now, and everything's on one long page. I put in a slideshow that goes through, and it just got 3 slides in it. Got some blues players there. The About page I changed, so I put the Scott Trade Center where the games are played right here, and then put a little thing here, the same part of the blurb that I had previously for this. Then put a following on social media. These are all active links. This will get you to the Blues Twitter page, the Blues Facebook page, and the Blues YouTube page. Then finally I went back and I put in the form that we had before. All right? There's not, there's no JavaScript or jQuery in it, but I just did that to show you, and you can go back and forth between the pages, as you can see. You can go back and forth from here, or you can go back and forth from the bottom of the page. So I can go to Home, About, Contact, and Photos, etc. So what I plan on doing, starting in the next tape, is just going through this and explaining to you with the end in mind. So I'm going to start with the end and show you the changes that I made in order to get this done. So I'll be back with that in just a couple minutes.